Thanks for your support as a channel member, Tommy Williams. Back-to-back 1-2 finishes have helped us close the gap significantly on Red Bull as we head to Belgium, where it's a sprint weekend and we could take the lead of the Constructors' World Championship. And welcome to episode 47, I want to say. It's been a little while since I sat down to do a recording, and here we are preparing for the Belgian Grand Prix, and I've forgotten what episode number it is, but that doesn't matter, does it really? We are leading the way in the Drivers' Championship with Pierre Gasly, 29 points clear of Max Verstappen and 20 ahead of no, it is 30 ahead of George Russell, isn't it? Wow, I am not able to read or do maths. Felipe Drugovich is up to 4th though. That bit I can read. He's 2 points clear of Lewis Hamilton. Here's the situation in the Constructors' Championship. We could take the lead in that standing today with a good weekend in Belgium. We are just 16 points behind our Milton Keynes based rivals. No updates going on the car, just a few bits and pieces that are still in design and research. And of course, because this is our final season, we don't need to worry about designing anything, researching anything for next year. So we're just putting everything into this machine. And we do have rain forecast for Sunday in Spa. Not a surprise, but this is going to be really useful. So adaptability 95 for Pierre Gasly, which means he will do better on a wet track, which is, you know, going to be rather helpful, I would think. So sprint weekend, lots to do. Let me get to qualifying and I'll see you on track. Successfully into Q3, we topped the second session and we were second in Q1 to George Russell, I believe. And yeah, it's all been plain sailing so far. We've got plenty of fresh tyres to use, so we'll get straight to business here in Q3 and get the cars on track. We don't want any traffic issues, so we're just going to head straight out. We're going to follow the first laps because we have seen in the past around Belgium that there can be issues with traffic and it can cost you an awful lot of time. So I have a feeling this could be the moment to strike. We've got clear track pretty much all the way ahead of us. Drugovich, fastest man in the first sector because of the slipstream that Gasly is giving him. I think, was it Drugovich who was slightly quicker in Q1? I can't quite remember. I think it might have been because we ran like this in Q1. We ran it the other way round in Q2 and Gasly was much faster, almost half a second. And Drugovich is plenty quicker right now. He's 0.2 up by my calculations, and it's probably going to be even more by the time they cross the line. So here comes Gasly. He'll set the benchmark and wallop, it is almost half a second. Very, very impressive, but someone's actually gone faster than us in sector 1. That's Lewis Hamilton. So we might have some competition today. Time for our final runs then, and Gasly is following Drugovich. He's not quite as close as I thought he would be. Drugovich is getting a tow off of Yuki Tsunoda's Alpine. Let's see what the first sectors can bring. Hamilton went second fastest, by the way, to Drugovich, and we don't have an improvement from Felipe in the first sector, but a personal best from Gasly in sector 1 is a step in the right direction for the driver who is now down in 5th place as Max Verstappen moves up to 2nd. Where is Lewis Hamilton? Is he on a flying lap? I think he is. And we'll just jump back to Gasly then and see how things are panning out. Drugovich currently in P1. We shouldn't forget that. He has had a pole position this season, but he's not improving. Gasly not improving in the middle sector. That is concerning. Drugovich 0.7 slower on this lap than Gasly. That is absolutely outrageous. And Gasly can only go 4th. Drugovich stays on pole. Hamilton's not improving. So I think Felipe Drugovich has pole position for the sprint. He does indeed, unless Leclerc, I think he's on an in-lap. So Drugovich has pole for the sprint. And yeah, he likes sprint weekends, doesn't he? He was on pole in Austria for the sprint. And, well, that was a bit of a surprise. I thought Gasly would get the job done, but obviously he did not. Time for some sprint action then. Felipe Drugovich has Max Verstappen alongside him. There are 5 red lights. The lights are still on and the race is apparently going, so we'll just ignore that and we'll also lose the lead. Felipe with not the start we were hoping for, but actually the strength of DRS around here is probably going to get us back in front at some point soon. Everybody on soft tyres, so it's just about managing them and not killing them, because then you'll be left exposed. Start of lap 5, Drugovich still within a second of Verstappen. Hasn't been able to take the lead yet though. I think that might be about to change, however. Here we go, let's drive in clear air. Are we going to go down the outside of the Red Bull? We're going to definitely give it a try, and Felipe Drugovich sweeps into the lead majestically. Pierre Gasly, what's up with you, Pierre? You feeling alright? I mean, he's looking racy. He's trying to get past Hamilton. We just can't quite make the move stick. We're on to lap 8 and Gasly has finally got himself clear of Lewis Hamilton, although it's not very far clear, and he could very quickly come under pressure again. We're going to, do you know what? We're going to attack on his tyres and we're going to deploy all of the battery once we have harvested it. Drugovich has just actually retaken the lead. He's in a battle with Verstappen. Let's see what's happening here. Through Eau Rouge, side by side, and we will lose the position because Verstappen has DRS. That's fine. We can set this up for the last couple of laps, or actually we're going to resist. We're just going to defend, and Drugovich comes out on top. Fair play. Penultimate lap, and we are into the final sector of it, and Drugovich is within a second of Max Verstappen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack on the tyres. We're going to deploy the battery. We're going to drive in clean air, and we're going to win the sprint. That is the exact plan. So here we go, down the outside into La Source. Hopefully we pick up the DRS for the Kemmel Straight, because that's the key. That's the second and final DRS straight, or we're just going to pass Verstappen into Eau Rouge. Don't mind if we do. I don't think we're going to get DRS, so this could be a bit of an issue. Yeah, Verstappen has it. He's looking down the inside. He can't find a way past. Very interesting. Gasly is third and trying to pull a gap to Russell. So I suppose he's moved up a place. But all credit to Felipe Drugovich. Yes, he had pole position, but he's had to fend off Max Verstappen as we've got a crash at the back. It's not going to affect us because Felipe Drugovich is just skipping off to victory. Fabulous display from the Brazilian. It's not the Grand Prix win we wanted, but that could come tomorrow. Felipe Drugovich wins the sprint ahead of Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly comes home in third. Strategy time for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we are due rain somewhere between sort of lap 25 and lap 30. So my thinking is we go with the mediums. Will they get us there? Only just. Only just. So we'll have to look after the tyres, unless we do a double soft strat, which we have done previously on this channel. However, I think we've only got one set of new softs, so we'd have to go soft then medium, and you'd have to box really early. Do you know what? I'm just going to try and make it on yeah, we're just going to try and make it on the mediums. Race requirements. Do you know what? Go away. We're just going to use mediums like that. There we go. So we've only got... Gasly hasn't got any soft tyres to use. What has happened? Why has he... Oh, we used the final set of softs there. I'm guessing Drugovich has a set of... The AI, when you get it to simulate practice, it just does the stupidest things with your tyres. Okay, so Pierre has got medium tyres coming out of everywhere. So fine, we're going mediums, and we'll go light on the fuel ish to try and not stress the tyres too much. We're just going to be in tyre management mode, and we'll need the rain to hit basically when it says it's going to hit. Otherwise, we could be in a lot of trouble. But, you know, we've got a fast car. We should be able to manage things. Let's get to the grid and do a motor race. Alright, let's hope the lights go out this time because that was weird in the sprint. 5 red lights. Hey, they go out this time. The lights are out. The race is on. Drugovich from P1. Can he keep the lead this? Oh my God, Verstappen's already up the inside and into P1. Gasly, well, Red Bull's moving forwards. Haas is moving back. And that is far from ideal. However, DRS around here, powerful. So not all terrible. And also, there's rain to come. Everybody except Piastri on mediums and will be looking to make it to the rain period. Well, the backwards movement of Haas cars continues and the forward movement of Red Bull also continues as George Russell moves into second place. Not the opening I wanted to this Grand Prix. We're down to third and fourth. Gasly actually under pressure from a Ferrari, and Verstappen has kind of escaped as soon as we stopped deploying. Because we're trying to manage the tyres, yeah, it's not quite worked out, although we are better on tyres than everybody else. Yellow flag, not sure who that is. It's Porsche spinning. He's just been rubbish in the AlphaTauri since he moved into Formula One. Maybe we let Russell do a bit of the donkey work here, or he maybe is just going to back us up, but that would do him no good either. Not that it happens in the game anyway. So yeah, maybe he can just tow us along to Verstappen. Okay, we have got both cars ahead of George Russell, and this is an absolutely incredible overtake. Round the outside of Pouin into the Fagnes chicane. That is impressive from Pierre Gasly. He moves into third place, and Drugovich has actually got himself into DRS range of Verstappen. Gasly under pressure from Russell, but fends him off. Drugovich, can we take the lead here? DRS? No, we can't take the lead here. So what we'll do actually is we'll just sit behind the Dutchman, and we'll get Gasly to not fight his teammate, and we'll just track the Red Bull. It's all about getting to that rain period. And right, as you can see, Felipe Drugovich has got himself into the lead, and importantly, it's 2 against 1 here because George Russell has dropped 2.5 seconds back. Verstappen is up the inside. Is he going to snatch the lead away from us? No, because the next corner is a right-hander, and Drugovich holds on. He's doing a really good job, isn't he, Felipe? Absolutely fantastic. So at the moment, he's fully earning the victory. We're not going to ask him to move out the way for Gasly, because what's the point? We gain nothing from it. Gasly, as long as he finishes ahead of Verstappen, absolutely fine. Drugovich has earned this as well. He won the sprint. He did the business in qualifying. Gasly's just going to have to suck this up for now, unfortunately. But long way to go in this race. Anything could still happen. We've got a virtual safety car. Interesting. Verstappen's got himself back into the lead. Why have we got the VSC? Oscar Piastri has had a bit of an oopsie here. Oh my gosh. Did he even bother braking? That was incredible. Right. Do you know what? We're going to bring our drivers in. Is Verstappen coming into the pit lane? He is. Okay. Everybody's taking advantage of this to have a free pit stop. And Gasly will probably lose a position to Russell. Decent stop. And yeah, there goes Russell. And there's Gasly. So he's got a little bit of ground to make up. However, we can get him to undercut the Red Bulls and Drugovich when the rain arrives, which will be closer to lap 30. It's moving a little bit later. Interestingly, George Russell has got himself into the lead, and here's why. He's on soft tyres. So we could have put Drugovich on softs, remember, because he's got a set of brand new softs, but didn't want to risk the rain arriving later than anticipated and the softs not being in great condition. So yeah, Russell's going to have track position, but he's going to have to deal with old tyres when the rain arrives. Gasly is still 3 seconds adrift of this lot, and not really making a huge amount of progress. Lap time wise, he's matching Verstappen, and Drugovich is a little bit behind the trailing Red Bull, and they are now, I think, just going to use DRS to pull away. Oh my gosh, the Red Bulls have just taken each other out. Can you believe this? Oh my gosh. And through go the Haases. Red Bull have just self-combusted. So the rain is on the way. It's about 4 minutes out. But Gasly's got himself very, very close to the back of his teammate. Now he's still on don't fight teammate. What do we do here? Drugovich has earned this position. He won the sprint. He held off Verstappen. Gasly didn't make the progress we expected him to make. And generally hasn't looked as quick today as he has in the last couple of races. That said, I think if I let him go past Drugovich, he'd just accelerate away. Also, there's rain on the horizon, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. I know it's really harsh on Pierre because he's done such a fantastic job this season, but Drugovich has had track position all through the race, so I'm just going to keep it as is. We've got a virtual safety car and the rain is coming down. Oh, we've got a weird cutscene. So I think it's Carlos Sainz who's crashed. Yeah, he's crashed at turn 13. So we are going to bring our drivers in for inters. I'm assuming it's going to be inters. Let's have a look at the track details. It is going to be inters. So intermediate tyres for both drivers. We shouldn't lose position at all here because everyone else is going slowly. They'll all come in as well. So how are the stops? 3.4, that's fine. And Gasly, oh, it's a slightly slow stop. That's a lot slow stop. And that's going to allow Hamilton to be very, very close to Gasly once we get back up and running. But 10 laps remain. Drugovich, 8.5 seconds in the lead. Gasly just starting to edge away from Lewis Hamilton. What's the lap time this time around? A 46.4 versus a 46.9. Yeah, so we pulled about half a second on the Ferrari driver there. This has worked perfectly for Drugovich in that he's not lost track position to his teammate through pit stops or anything. And he's now a lap ahead of Isaac Hadjar. He's going to hopefully, touch wood, sail to a first win of the season. And yeah, his recent performances have deserved it. Excellent in Austria, a superb fight back drive in Silverstone, and this should give us the lead in the Constructors' Championship. Felipe Drugovich starts the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. He's got a 4-second lead on Gasly, who has closed him down a little bit, shown his true pace in this race. But the slow stop and just not having track position has meant he's not been able to get through. He's still got Lewis Hamilton about 2.5 seconds back, so Hamilton doing a great job to stay with us. And Ferrari must be thoroughly embarrassed that their customer team is winning basically every race now. And Felipe Drugovich, let's just enjoy this for a minute, because he's had a bit of an up and down season. He's had some decent performances. He's had some good comeback drives. Monaco, he got a bit lucky, but he did a really good job there. Obviously, Silverstone last time out, he was excellent. And I think he's just been building towards this. Of course, he won a race last season in Japan and finished on the podium in Las Vegas. And it's about time that we saw the real Felipe Drugovich stand up this season. Gasly's had all the limelight, but now it's Felipe's time to shine, and he's done it on a rainy day in Spa. Felipe Drugovich wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Excellent stuff. Pierre Gasly takes second place, and surely that is the lead of the Constructors' Championship for us. And we get to play the Brazilian national anthem, which is just fantastic as well. We won't see the podium because Drugovich not face scanned, but yeah, a mega result for us. Red Bull absolutely throwing that away because their drivers crashed into each other, and we made sure ours didn't. We will get to see Felipe celebrate, of course. Here he is, climbing out of the car. He's the man today around Spa. He gets the finger to point and show that he's number one. And we're getting quite used to this, aren't we? Yeah, just job well done, everybody. Well done, lads. Everybody. That's more like it. The celebrations are much more animated now. So let's see. Does this put us top of the Constructors' Championship? Oh, it does, by 10 points. A massive haul of points, 57 points over the weekend. And we've thoroughly outscored Red Bull in the Drivers' Championship. Gasly massively extends his lead as well. So it's been an absolutely superb weekend for us all round. We won the sprint with Drugovich. He went on to win quite chaotic Grand Prix, I might say. With the, well, I won't say chaotic, dramatic, because the Red Bull drivers collided, and then the rain, of course. Nothing really happened in the last few laps, to be honest. It's just a thing of the rain in F1 Manager. When the rain comes down, everyone just kind of stays where they were, which doesn't really make interesting content, to be honest. But what does make interesting content is winning the title with Haas, and we've taken another step towards that with Pierre Gasly. Excellent stuff. 4 race wins for him now this season, and Felipe Drugovich gets one as well. Well done to Felipe, and Haas are top of the Constructors' Championship. Another fantastic result. That's 3 straight 1-2 finishes. Can we continue that in the next round? We'll have to find out then. You're the best fans. Bye for now.